Hey everyone, it's Stephanie with Simarchy, and welcome to a speed build of a tiny house in autumn in The Sims 4. Now, sorry if my voice seems a little bit off. I am still a bit under the weather. I've had a bit of a sore throat and I'm just kind of getting over it now. So if I feel a little bit like sound a little bit congested, that is why, but I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. If you guys have been following me over on Twitch, I do stream every day, Monday through Friday, and we just celebrated my birthday, which has been super fun. And I've decided to take a little bit of a break from The Sims off of the live streams, but still definitely do it here on YouTube. And I have actually over 1,000 Sims videos at this point. So if you're new here and you're into The Sims, definitely make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss those. I do a lot of speed builds. I do a lot of build tutorials. I have new tutorials coming out every week teaching you how to do cool stuff in the game. And yeah, I love to build. So even though I'm taking a bit of a break from my main content being Sims all the time over on Twitch, I am again still very much enjoying it and still making videos for you guys over here. And if you have any sort of suggestions of what you would like to see in the future, I would love to hear them because I love hearing from you. So make sure to comment down below to let me know. And when I sat down to build today, I honestly didn't really have a plan. I almost didn't do anything like fall or autumn themed, but I thought, you know, why not? It's definitely that time. It's the middle of September. We are starting to get into the holiday season, starting off with my favorite, which is Halloween. And I didn't want to go like overtly Halloween with this build. I just kind of wanted to dip my toe into the fall weather and just do some beautiful like darker jewel tone colors. Definitely stick to a lot of like the deep reds and oranges and plums. So we are going to have a few little pumpkins at the front of the house, but again, it's not like overtly Halloween. There isn't really Halloween decorations yet besides those little jack-o'-lanterns, so we're kind of just getting in the mood, maybe starting to decorate the house a bit. So if you want to see something a little bit more full-fledged Halloween, let me know in the comments. And I'm going to be sticking to tiny houses for a while just because I find them so much easier to work with. I do like making big family homes, but those have been fun to do like over a period of a few days on stream. And for something like this, I don't know, I think shorter is better. I know that I personally don't have as much of an attention span as I used to, and so I'm not sure if people are still sitting down and watching like 25-30 a minute speed builds. So I'm gonna keep them short and sweet, just give you guys like a little bit of a taste of some cute little houses. And of course you could download them and use them for your Sims. I do also like to play in tiny houses when I gameplay, but when I'm building these, I'm thinking more of aesthetic than actual gameplay. So there will be some things that you're gonna need, like activities, bookcases, music, things like that. I don't really think about too much. I'm just trying to make something that looks aesthetically pleasing to me. And honestly, I'm more interested in the landscaping anyway. So the outside, like the shape of the house, the colors on the outside, all the flowers and trees usually is my focus, and then the inside is just, you know, I get it nicely decorated with some clutter, not too much clutter though lately, and give you the basics that your Sims will need. So you can kind of think of it like a starter house, but at a much higher price. You could definitely fine tune the home to your own liking and add your own things. But again, with something so small like this, it's a little bit hard, but it is on a bigger lot, so you can definitely expand it if that's what you feel like doing. But we did get sorry, sniffling. We did get a 1-bedroom with a double bed, which is great. I was able to also fit a little table and chairs, which I didn't think I was going to be able to do. We have a TV in our small living room. We have a full kitchen. Actually, the kitchen was a little bit bigger than it needed to be. I thought about putting like a washer and dryer in there, but I personally, even though I think they look cute, I don't like to play with washers and dryers, so they're not always at like the forefront of my mind when I'm building. So you'll see I end up putting like a cute little hutch instead. And then at the very end, I always forget to do some sort of computer area, so I just pulled out a laptop and put it on the little table and chairs, which will work, of course. Your Sim can use their laptop there, but there's no like traditional formal desk. And I didn't do any sort of hobbies. Like I said, usually I would try to include some sort of like painting easel or something like that, but you do have a pretty decent sized yard. I did not pack the entire yard down, so you can definitely add some things out here. And right now I'm adding some stepping stones. Now these stepping stones come from the debug menu, and if you don't know what the debug menu is or how to use it, again, I have tutorials on how to do that on my channel. You can find them linked in the description of every video, I believe. There's the beginner series and an advanced series, and I do go over that and the difference between debug, and live edit objects. But those stepping stones are just always hard for me to find. Like the debug menu at this point, after having all these packs added to the game, is gigantic, and I would get so lost scrolling through there. So often if I know something exists, I will look for it on the gallery, because there's very, very kind players who go through debug and find cool things like those stepping stones and put them into little rooms so that you could just download them. You don't have to spend all day searching for them, and I use these quite often, so I knew they were there. Again, just like a nice little trick. It's also cool if you're looking for something really specific, like a cow plant that's full grown and hungry. You could literally get a hungry cow plant. We've gotten things like, well, I'm gonna kind of spill my secrets here, but we do like to kill Sims sometimes in my live streams. Sometimes we used to do it a lot. We do it far less often now, but you know, if I needed something like a puffer fish, I could go to the gallery and get it. Or I can't remember if we ever successfully found ambrosia, but if you're like trying to bring a Sim back from the dead, you can usually get ambrosia or the ingredients, or I don't know, there's just like all sorts of stuff that you can find on there if you don't want to have to look for it for yourself or create it in gameplay for yourself. There's all sorts of collections, and there's, you know, people upload like the seashells from Island Living, which I was so excited about when we got Island Living. I literally cried going through debug and looking at all the coral and the seashells and the starfish, and then I legit never use them because I always build family homes. And I mean, I guess I could build a family home in Sulani. I guess if you guys want to see that, let me know. But I feel like building in Sulani is so super hyper specific to beachy and coastal things. So I personally don't get too adventurous when I'm building a house there. I tend to use all the stuff from Island Living, and they all start to look the same after a while, so that's why I'm not like super pressed about doing it. But if you do want to see that, let me know. Like I said, if you want to challenge me, I'd love to hear what you want to do. And also, I originally had planned to use your families for these builds, but I keep forgetting. Like, I'll just sit down and start building and forget to grab a family off the gallery with a backstory. But if you do want to do that, there is a chance that I will start looking for those again. So if you have a Sims family, you can put them on the gallery with hashtag Simarchy family and give me a bit of a background. Like, honestly, the more information you give me about what the Sims want in life, what type of career they have, what type of hobbies they have, what type of house they're looking for, even, you know, what world they might want to live in, or, you know, I don't know, their favorite color, favorite hobbies, how many kids they have, things like that will help me visualize and have like an actual family to build for. And that's when I usually get more specific with things like having an easel in a computer room and things like that, because then I'll be like, oh, okay, you know, they have a toddler, we're gonna need an extra room for the toddler, or they work from home, so they're gonna need an office. And yeah, that like definitely keeps me more on track. So if you do have one of those, just go ahead and put them on there. And you can also just download this house in any of my houses with hashtag Simarchy, or the user ID is Simarchy123, whichever is easier for you to find. And as I said earlier in this video, I have over 1,000 YouTube videos, and I probably have about that many builds that I've done. I don't know if every single one's on the gallery, but you can scroll back quite a while and see all of the ones that I've been doing over the years, and how my style has, I wouldn't necessarily say my style has changed, but it has sort of become more focused on the family homes, and more traditional homes is definitely my aesthetic. And I have been experimenting with some modern builds. So if you go back and look at my videos here on this channel, and again, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, you will see that I did concentrate on modern builds for a bit. But when I do tiny houses, for some reason, I love going the more traditional route, almost cottage-like, but not quite. But with this house, it definitely has some more cottage feels for me than some of the obviously more modern homes that I've been doing. And I really can't decide what I like better. I know that visually I like more traditional better, but it's more challenging to do modern and contemporary. So you'll probably see a bit of both on here, but this one's definitely more of my comfort zone. As you can see, as I'm building, I'm not like super picky about the items that I'm choosing, because I already kind of know what goes together, what I want to use. For example, I used a lot of seasoned stuff here. I believe the bed is seasons, the windows are seasons, the couch is seasons, and those tend to go nicely with some of the base game stuff and some of the cats and dogs stuff. So it was pretty easy for me to just find things that went together. And I think the only thing I really struggled on was that painting there in the bedroom. I just couldn't decide what to put there. And so I went with this one, which I don't use very often, but it had a bit of purple in it and it had a bit of those fall colors. And that's really what I was going for. Again, just really nice deep tones, reds, purples, oranges, yellows. So I hope I accomplished that, especially with the landscaping. I think that came out super cute. And here is a shot of all of the screenshots so you can see a bit better what we did. And let me know what your favorite room was down below. And oh my gosh, I forgot to give you guys the secret keyword. The secret keyword is pumpkin. I keep doing that so late, but if you're still watching, put a comment in the comments below using the word pumpkin. If you want to get sneaky and make it into some sort of sentence, try to trick me, see if I'll remember the keyword. That will be fun. Or if you just want to say pumpkin because you have nothing else to say, that works too. So make sure to do that. Let me know what type of houses you want to see in the future. Make sure to like this video because the comments and the likes really help push up my videos, not just to my subscribers, but to other viewers, to make new friends on the platform. And that's why I'm here. And I hope that you guys have an amazing day. I will see you next time. Don't forget to join us on Twitch for Craftember, where we'll be crafting and painting and doing arts and crafts all month. That is twitch.tv/Simarchy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!